A good day to Dr. Muhammad Sharafi Ismail. I'm Tuisha Ravichander, metric number 264319, going to discuss the employees' benefit issues. Employee benefits literature review and emerging issue is the article that I searched for to discuss the employee benefit issues. I would like to discuss issues in post-employment benefits, which is pensions. There are three post-employment benefits issues in the article. First is the choice among plans within the SSC plan that employees who have to select among plans may face. Second is the issue for defined contribution DC plan participants of managing their retirement savings. Third is the issues of retirement savings, education, and retirement preparation. First issue, pension plan choice. The choice among defined benefits and defined contribution plans that employees who have to select among plans may face. Some employers, particularly in the public sector, offer employees an irrevocable choice among major plan types. There are two studies in this pension plan choice issue. First study by Clark, Harper and Pitts examined direct effect of demographic predictors on the choice between a DC plan and a DB plan among faculty members at a state university. Their results indicate that age and years of service were positively related to the selection of the DB plan, while salary was positively related to the selection of the DC plan. The second study by Dolban involved a field survey of 2,400 employees who participated in a state-sponsored retirement system covering 60 participating employers. Their results identified primary predictors distinguishing plan selection and indicated that employees' preference for planned features such as investment choice for a DC plan, benefit formula for a DB plan, and portability for a hybrid plan explain significant variation in their selection among pension plans. The results highlighted the critical role played by individual differences in plan choice beyond demographic predictor. The second issue is managing risk in DC saving plan, which is defined contribution saving plan. The issue for DC plan participants of managing their retirement savings, specifically, this involves the topic of risk and selecting investment involving different levels of risk. To better understand the risk-taking decisions workers make when managing their retirement savings plan, there are four key findings in major approaches that have been used to examine risk-taking behavior. First is decision making. Research on decision making has provided several contributions to our understanding of how workers approach allocating their retirement savings. First is self-control. Manifests itself as the disconnect between intentions and actions. For example, people intend to balance their portfolio of savings in a way that includes enough risky assets to support growth over the long run, but never get around to doing their work to make the choices to make it happen. Next is lack of commitment decision preference evident when individuals are easily influenced to change savings allocations based on situational context. Consequently, a specific plan of savings is more often emergent than purposely formulated. Last is the awareness of short-term losses impact workers' investment decisions by forcing them to construct less aggressive portfolios with fewer equity holding when they review annual rather than long-term compound data. Next is demographic. Several demographic factors have been studied related to risk-taking in retirement savings. First is age. For example, has been shown to be negatively related to increased Risk-taking in retirement savings allocation. As people near retirement, their time horizon for recovering from losses in accumulation decreases, so they are less able to include investment options that have greater volatility in their outcomes. However, in alternate studies of risk-taking correlates, which has either not been found significant or the opposite relationship was observed. Next is income and education have demonstrated positive relationship to risk-taking. Individuals who have greater wealth beyond that needed to survive should be better positioned to substitute other savings or accept losses in retirement savings. Likewise, it is speculated that individuals with higher education either have greater earning potential or are better able to understand the role of risks in their retirement savings. Third is inertia. Inertia also been found to influence retirement savings risk-taking. The way in which individuals respond to risk in specific contexts tends to continue over time and forms a relatively stable pattern. This finding is consistent with research that has found that employees who participated in DC pension plans often exhibited inertia by continuing with rather than changing the risk level of their initial investment choices or the initial default allocation selected by the employer. Lastly, a planned behavior perspective. A planned behavior model incorporating expectancy, social norms, perceived behavioral control, and intentions will explain various in risk-taking behavior in retirement savings plans. The last issue is retirement preparation and savings accumulation. The issue of retirement savings adequacy and retirement preparation. The question exists whether employees are saving enough for retirement. This issue as employer implications for outflow because employees who do not have adequate savings may want to remain with their employer past normal retirement age. Pension and plan exit of employees has become increasingly more difficult to manage due to the shift toward defined contribution retirement programs. Historically, organizations' provision of defined benefit plans represented a predictable process for moving older employees out of the organization by providing a benefit based on years of service and final salary. Retirement was variously viewed as a scheduled transition and adjustment or something the employee had earned. Consequently, organizational exit was more of an expectation than a choice on the requirements for the defined benefit were met in. In contrast, in today's defined contribution environment, there are a larger number of determinants of and greater variability in savings levels and future retirement income adequacy across employees. Thus, employees are not always able to retire one schedule. They may look for opportunities to extend their careers, and there is greater uncertainty in staffing, forecast, and retention management relative to retirement. First, retirement savings consequences. A worker's financial condition has long been recognized as an important determinant of retirement-related choices and outcomes. Inadequate savings accumulation has been shown to be related to lower future income replacement ratios, delay of retirement, participation in bridge employment. Employees who possess sufficient accumulated wealth or who are satisfied with their planned retirement income retire at younger ages on average than those who possess less accumulated savings or do not have sufficient financial resources. There are three categories of variable in retirement savings determinants. First is demographic correlates. Second is structural or plan characteristics that affect an employee's saving accumulation. And third is specific savings behaviors such as employee contribution levels, decision to participate in optional savings programs, assets allocation and diversification choices. And third is feature research. For employees who would otherwise be eligible for retirement, inadequate savings accumulation will be negatively correlated with workplace productivity. Thank you.